You want to know what's going on? The Workload Show, Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. with G Money, Laser 101 FM. Program it and don't touch that dial. Get your hands off. I got you.
Laser 101, the station with the attitude. It's your boy G Money. Looking at the clock, it's 12:11. St. Maarten Cable TV time. And of course, you know, Carnival is in the air. And last night was a great show last night. You had the Miss Mature. I know some people wasn't happy with the outcome, but we ain't getting into that. I ain't getting into that. Y'all take that to Facebook, Instagram, whatever. Carnival is Bacchanal and Bacchanal is Carnival. But coming up this week, you've got the Youth Extravaganza. That's right, Youth Extravaganza going down April 23rd. I got a lot of people in the studio with me. But we're going to start off first with the promoter. Yes, they say age before beauty, right? That's how they say.
No, beauty for beauty.
Beauty for beauty. We got Mr. Clarence Derby in the house. Good afternoon, Clarence. How are you?
Good afternoon, G. Good afternoon, guys.
Got a lot of people, a lot of artists in the studio.
Yeah, man.
But we're going to get into that in a second.
Yeah.
I got to big you up last night. They were bigging you up last night on the stage.
I heard, man. I felt bad I wasn't there.
A couple of the contestants mentioned you in their presentation and stuff like that. So it was really, really, really cool.
Great.
Actually, I had a big picture of you on one of the costumes, man.
Yeah, I heard, man. It's good. It's good to know that you do something you love just for the love of it, and people can recognize that, down the road and honor you for it and big you up for it.
True.
And that's a great feeling.
How long have you been promoting, Clarence?
You're calling me old, you know.
You said it, not me.
Still want to know how long I was in days. Man.
How long you been doing this,
about
man?
35 years.
35 years. Have you? I would say, have you lost your passion for it, or you still have the drive for it, or?
I lost my passion to a certain extent. Because, of course, because of the advent of the internet and downloads, artists are not making the kind of money you used to make with a record before. So they're now putting the emphasis on charging more for a concert.
Yeah, they gotta
so
make
a guy that you would get away with paying $300,000 for, now he just jumped to about $800,000-900,000.
Wow.
And that is for St. Maarten, they do not care about the size of the country or the population. It's a show for them. Why do I charge less to come here when I can go to Chicago and get what I'm asking for?
True.
So that put us in a very difficult position to get good artists down here now. Yeah.
And then when you face with that situation, you still have to, as a promoter, you have to make money. You're not doing a show just to do a show to say I brought so and so, and then that reflects also on the ticket prices.
Definitely. And then of course we're spoiled here.
I say that every day.
Because ticket jump to 40 or 50 and then here, murder. But you cannot. You have to catch the artists when they're cold. For example, John Legend came here and we paid $1.5 for him, and then he left here. And now you can't get him for under $500,000.
Wow, that was Hennessy Artistry.
Hennessy Artistry. So, you can't, man. Yeah. And the thing is, the public wants to see the best.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Can you bring Rihanna?
Can you bring Beyonce? Yeah.
We made Rihanna offer for $1.2 million, and her manager said, guys, the offer is so ridiculous, I cannot make a counter offer.
Oh my goodness. How many years ago was this?
Last year. Yeah.
1.2.
Said we cannot make a counter offer. It's ridiculous. She's going with $2.3 million.
And people don't understand that not only that you have to pay the artist fee, you have to pay hotel, you have to pay per diem, and then usually like an artist like Rihanna, she's coming with 20 people.
Yeah, well, the way it's calculated, the fee of the artist, you have to pay 40 to 50% to move them.
Yep.
For tickets, entourage, the riders, personal rider. I mean, some of these people move with an ox or some things that will blow you away. And you have to have they want 5 limousine, 24 hours a day standing by in case they have to go someplace, and you have to put it there.
Security 24 hours.
It's not like in St. Maarten we don't have limousine. Fly them in. I don't care.
And then sometimes the equipment that they need sometimes too.
We do not, like in John Legend case, we got a lot of equipment from New York because they just refuse to play on anything, because the equipment that they play on, they want to tow in Europe, and they send all the equipment to the United States on a boat, on a container. So when they came here, they said, well, we are not going to play on anything else because we've been playing for the last month on this equipment, and you have to get this equipment. So we had to go to New York and source some and fly them in.
Wow. And a lot of people don't understand that, because, like, how come you guys don't bring Lil Wayne? How come you guys don't bring this? And they don't understand the details that go behind,
that's right,
what these artists need, what these artists want. Before we talk about youth extravaganza, going back to John Legend, will you guys ever do Hennessy Artistry again?
I don't know, because
that was great.
Hennessy Artistry was killed by taxes, and that's a travesty. It's a bad thing, because you have an opportunity to do something for the country, because Hennessy Artistry, you've seen it. You cannot make money. We could not make money. The kind of money we spend, you cannot make money the first 5 times. You have to let it grow. And we did some good things by bringing in urban radio, and did the live feed from St. Maarten. All those things. I mean, urban radio, the one we did at West, 20 million listeners. So those are things that if you continue to do, then you can start getting people interested to fly in for Hennessy Artistry. Until then, the population here cannot really support what we were doing for Hennessy Artistry.
Can you elaborate when you said, like, the taxes? Can you?
Well, they charge us over $100,000 for the 2 shows for taxes.
Taxes? Wow.
Yeah. You see, because the taxes like this, if you bring an artist, you have to pay between 12 and 14% wage tax. So if you pay the artist $100,000, you have to pay 12 or 14,000 just for wage tax. And then the taxman stands at the door, and he collects all your ticket. So he knows what you make before you do. And he charges you a 5% turnover tax on that. It doesn't have anything to do with profit. That's turnover tax. So he charges 5% turnover tax with that. And then a year after, he comes at you for profit tax, as if you can make a profit under those conditions. So it's very difficult, You need help, you need support. I tried the St. Maarten Summerfest, and that was successful. I think it was very successful, but we lost a lot of money, and we didn't get the support we needed, and that died. And when Hennessy Artistry came to me, I said, I'm not going to go back. And after 3 years, I decided to do it the way we did it.
Right.
By transforming the Carnival Village and the red carpet and all of that, and to do something completely different. And the people from Hennessy Artistry came here and said, St. Maarten has set the standard for Hennessy Artistry, because nowhere in the world that they have seen a Hennessy Artistry like ours. But we didn't recognize that, and we didn't appreciate it, so we killed it.
Wow, amazing. Now I understand what you said was the promoting sometimes gets you down, and sometimes
absolutely.
Will you ever try anything like that on your own? Another festival or something, maybe, possibly?
Not on my own, because you cannot afford it. You cannot afford it. I mean, people go to Carousel or
North Sea Jazz.
To North Sea. I mean, you have artists that are charging $1.7 million.
John Legend again this year.
Just one artist is charging that. And the guy have sometimes, 10, 12 artists. I mean, he has a deep pocket.
Yeah.
But my pockets are very shallow, so I couldn't.
Not that deep.
Not deep at all. So, no, I don't think if, for example, the government has a program and a plan to do like a St. Maarten Summerfest, and they ask my assistant, I always help my country. Always be there. Okay. But for me to take my money to go out and do something like that, I'm not interested. I've been offered by many different people in Chicago and different places to do blues show, to do jazz show, to do different shows, and I'm not interested in working with people like that. I do my own thing. I helped the youth extravaganza because Michael came to me and he said, can you assist us in bringing a big name, and we want to take it to another level because you have so many are talented local kids that are not getting the right exposure.
Right.
So if we can do that and start bringing some scout, I have 2 guys from Canada coming down, or they came in today for this show, and who knows, you might pick up somebody, Kimbe or my boy here, you know, pick up somebody and get a contract out to them.
True. Okay, so you was approached, great segue, you was approached for Youth Extravaganza, and they asked you to come up with an artist.
Right.
And you came up with an artist.
Well, I didn't come up with an artist. The youth came up with
came up with the artist. So the youth,
right.
So you did feelers out, or you was contact?
Yeah, but you know how I do my show, G. I call you, I call my boy, DJ Outcast, I call, the youth, I call Billy D, I call different, the guys who in the know, and I got the names, and then, you go through a weeding out process, and then you come up with Migos.
Yeah, true. Yeah. Okay. So now, unfortunately...
Yeah, very, very unfortunate.
Very unfortunately, we had a situation which occurred, which was on Rolling Stone magazines, Billboard.com, and apparently the members of Migos got arrested. So this is the first time something like this has happened to you?
Very first time.
Very first time.
I have had no shows before. I have had a situation where our Beanie Man, when his brother died.
Right.
Or, we had a show. We were supposed to be that Saturday night, and he had a meltdown. They had to take him off the plane. And Tanya Steven was on island. Lady Saw was on island at the time. And I asked for an extension of Carnival, which I got. And we did it the following Saturday night. Beanie Man came in and we had a blast. But something like this, and this is, you see, for example, if even the guys got out of jail, I mean, one is still in jail, but even they got out of jail, or you cannot put them on this show.
Right.
If it was a normal show, or it's different.
Right, but this is something.
But this is something different. We are trying to give these kids a platform from where there could be decency and respect and everything else, and to have someone like that on the same stage with them, doing something like that. I just took the loss. It's my loss. I'll try to find out how I can recoup the loss, but for now I'm not concentrating on that. I'm concentrating and finishing what I started with these talented kids.
Yeah. Now, Clarence, before when the island knew that Migos were coming to the island, there was a lot of backlash that you received. Did you still see it as a risk? I mean, even though before this incident happened with them, did you still see them as a risk coming to the island, to be amongst the youth?
Absolutely not. I didn't know about our Migos, and of course I just explained how I get to know about Migos. And we did research on Migos.
Right.
And the research we did, we found out they were trying to buy weed in Holland or something like that, which is legal anyway. And then one of the members had an 8 months jail sentence because he broke his 10 months probation, and he had a few years ago. Migos, from all the research we did, they were the hottest thing last year. They had a fantastic year. They had a clothing line, and the concern that I heard from most people was whether it was going to be a clean show. Well, we have a letter from the management stating it is going to be a clean show because they have done shows in colleges all over the United States, and they have to do clean shows.
Right.
So that was a big concern. What happened here, this is something we have no control over. This just happened, Yeah.
Okay.
Nothing you could do about it. I mean, at this point in time, all you could have done was just rely off of the sources, what you heard about the artist and the feedback you received, and went ahead with, which is what Sagan and I was speaking about yesterday. And a lot of people agreed with that. That they listened to the youth and proceeded with that. But circumstances was just out of your control.
Yeah, absolutely.
So now, what do you do now, Clarence?
What I do now is what I'm doing now. I want to finish with these kids. I want to prove that as a big promoter can support our youth, and I'll do it again. I'll do it next year. I'll do it the year after. As long as the Carnival Development Foundation wants me to be a part of it, I will be a part of it because I feel it is time for me to give back. So I am not concentrating on Migos right now.
Okay.
As far as I'm concerned, Migos is water under the bridge for this show until they get out of jail, and then we can talk to decide what they're going to do about. They asked if I want another date. I said absolutely not. So right now it's the youth extravaganza. We have great talent on the island. This year I was told that in the past they would have the kids signed up, but this year they handpick most of the kids. So you have the cream of the crop. You have the best among these kids, and that's what I'm concentrating on to finish what I've started.
There you go. Okay, all right. And how many kids we looking at for Thursday night show? About how many?
Oh well, I have a list. 3, 4, 5. There are a lot of kids because, of course.
There's a lot. There's a lot of kids.
A whole load because you have dance group. You have dance group and you have individuals. So. Yeah, and then of course Oswell came in yesterday and we talked to him, and he kind of changed his show somewhat because he was going to do something in tracks. Now he's getting a full band.
Oh, great!
So he's going to headline the show. So that's we had a good talk yesterday, and he decided to help to do that. So that's it. And we got some great positive feedback on that already.
Okay, great. So Oswald's gonna close out the show. Excellent. Anything else you want to add, Clarence, before we move on to the kids? I know you have to run.
Yeah,
you got some stuff
I'm gonna run, but I just want to congratulate the kids and ask them to continue to do what they're doing. And if they need my help in any way, shape, or form, I don't think they do, because most of these guys have 2 managers.
Is there anybody, I don't really mean to be biased, but is there any talent that you like coming from St. Martin that you maybe have caught your ear? Because you're a guy, for those who don't know, you write music, you arrange music, you do commercials, you promote, you know music very well. Anybody that kind of catch your ear that you kind of like coming out of St. Martin?
Yeah, a lot of these kids.
A lot of the kids. He ain't gonna say no names. He's just like, a lot.
Yeah. Now, I don't know if you guys touched on it before. I was busy in the back, so I didn't get to really hear everything. Did you guys talk about the ticket prices and everything about the show?
No, that's very important.
Yeah.
I've been mentioning it, and it's in the newspaper. And I mentioned yesterday that anyone who has a $40 ticket, they can bring another person.
Okay.
And we'll continue to sell a $40 ticket, but for 2 people.
For 2 people.
For 2 people. So, and some people asked for their money back, and a couple of people came yesterday, and I said, listen, you were willing to pay our $40 to see Migos, but you're not willing to pay $20 to see our own youth. And the guy said, in that case,
I'll keep it.
I'll keep my ticket. I hope everybody does that and people buy, because as I told someone else yesterday on another interview, these kids are going to blow you away. And I'm not just saying that. They are going to blow you away, and St. Martin is in for a treat.
Yeah.
They're in for a big treat when they see these kids perform.
We have a lot of their music here on Laser, some of the artists that's in this room in rotation. So we know what to expect for sure.
So once again, before you leave, so those who have the $40 tickets, you could bring one person with you. So
bring one person.
The $40 is valid for 2 persons.
Yes.
And the tickets what are still on sale, which are $40, that's also valid
bring
for
two people as well.
So you buy 1 ticket, you get 2 people in.
Yes.
Simple as that. Anything else we got to add before Clarence exit stage left?
I do.
That's not mine.
Is this your license plate? We've had this license plate up in the studio for so long, and people have, a person called in and said it belongs to you, M8410, and you're here. So we want to ask you, is this your license plate, Mr. Derby?
I'm 1084.
Oh, you're 1084.
Yeah.
Okay, so he wasn't in Don Beach yet.
Because the license plate was found in Don Beach.
Yeah.
So somebody's now coming and claim it because they wasn't supposed to be in Don Beach.
Well, if that was my license plate, it would have stayed here for the year.
Until next year, right?
And that's what we thought it was yours, because you wasn't coming to get it.
Right.
So it's got to be Clarence's license plate. But the numbers are the other way around.
Okay, so it's not his.
So the mystery continues.
So that one's clear. We cleared Clarence.
Cleared air on
Clarence has cleared his name.
Your alibi is work.
So find the right owner. G Money admit.
Not me. 3303, that's me. I got no 8, no 4, no 1. None of that.
There you go.
Anyway, Clarence, it was one. I know you're busy. Thanks for stopping through with the kids. The kids are going to stay a little while. We're going to chit-chat with them.
Yeah.
We're going to chit-chat with them, some of the artists who are going to be performing at Youth Extravaganza. When we come back, we got Super and Outkast with me. It's not really a Friday fracas, but we're going to get a little busy with it.
We'll fix it.
We'll fix it. It's Laser 101, the station with the attitude. Keep it right here. Don't go nowhere.